Did you start?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're trying to make sure that the Cannon Falls and the Goodhue students still know what we're doing in class. Hopefully what I record today will help you to continue designing the home that we're working on. And we are talking about kitchens, laundry rooms, and bathrooms this week. I'm going to let you guys do some of the independent learning, reading the chapter, looking in the textbook for answers to the questions on this chapter. And what I'm going to focus on is how that relates to what we're designing actually in the floor plan. A couple of things that I want to remind you guys. I have graded up to the end of last week when you were supposed to submit, I think it was chapter 20 and 21 questions and answers. I did not grade those yet. I need to grade those. I saw that very few students had them done. That probably shouldn't keep me from grading things, because I realize that if we have a distance learning day, you should probably be prepared every day to take that textbook home, and you could write out the answers and then quickly type them into the computer later. So I do think that, yes, with good problem solving skills, you just take your book home, answer the questions, and then later type them into the computer if you don't have wireless at home. So if you would like to check and see what your grade currently is, I would recommend you want to click on your image up in the upper left hand corner, and I think there's a tab or there's a selection for grades, and you can see what you've gotten for scores on different things and what you might have a 0 for or a missing score for. The quizzes, I have not put in for that quiz that you took too on the chapter 1 and 5. I did not put zeros in for people who did not complete the quiz. So that's another thing that you might want to look for too. A lot of the work you could quickly get caught up on at home. And as you finish things that I have already graded, if you want me to look at something that at this point has you got a 0 for, you would have to submit that assignment in Moodle, and you would have to email me saying, I finished the chapter 5 questions. Will you please grade them? Yes, up to this point I've been looking for your late work. I will not continue to do that as far back as week 1 and 2. I'm not going to continue to do that. It is your responsibility to communicate with me and tell me when you've handed in things that were late. Any confusion, and send me an email, okay? So I'm going to open up Floor Planner, and I will hopefully give you a little demonstration of what some of the options are when you are looking at designing the kitchen, laundry room, and the bathroom for this home. And we had a really good question earlier, and it related to, where's the laundry room? We don't have a laundry room in this house. And it did mention one in the scenario. That was a great question. That shows me that you are thinking of this as being a real design, as if it's not fictitious at all. So let's talk about that. So here we can see where the walls are. This right here says water wall, if you look real close. And that just means that we have to keep things very, very close to that wall if we are going to hook up water for anything like the shower, the toilet, bathtub, sink in the bathroom or in the kitchen, and anything related to laundry. So a few things that you guys are going to have to think about is, where is the best place? I have been given the okay to gut the walls in this house. Where do I want things to be? What's the best location? Okay? So one thing I want to talk to you about as far as the laundry room, which we didn't even really discuss until today, is the laundry room. We don't see stairs for a basement, so we could imagine that, yeah, maybe they just forgot to tell us there's a basement and there are stairs somewhere. Well, no matter what, having a laundry room in your basement is not keeping things up to date for resale. It is way more convenient to have your laundry on this level, even in this tiny little house. So I would encourage you to try to fit laundry space into this upper level of the home. And it's gonna be tricky. You might have to think about a couple of things. Maybe it's part of the kitchen area. Maybe it ends up being part of the bathroom area and it's just somehow tucked away. A laundry space does not have to be huge. No matter what, we know that it's not going to be the most convenient for these people, but we have to figure out something small and creative that we can do. So one of my recommendations with this, if you think about having people come to your home and they're out in your living area or they're in your kitchen, if they need to use your bathroom, is this an ideal situation where they might have to go through your bedroom? No, it's really not. I really don't want my company walking through my bedroom, which is not always perfectly clean, to go to the bathroom, okay? The other thing that's not incredibly ideal is having the door to your bathroom in your kitchen. My parents have a bathroom right off of their kitchen, and it's kind of a weird situation where a toilet being so close to where you prepare food, doesn't that sound a little strange? But we do put them in houses very near the kitchen. So I think one of the things that you might want to think about as you decide where things should go, you may want to swap your closet with where your bathroom is. And that will still work with water, okay? Now, no one said that you couldn't cut into this living area to make more room for the laundry, bath, closet, bedroom, kitchen. So that is an option. We just know that water has to be in this general area, okay? So this involves a little bit of thinking. You know which walls, you could gut them all, you can delete some of them, and work around others, but you have to come up with a layout that you are comfortable with in this house. The closet, if you're creative, it could even extend out here somewhere, but then you're taking this nice rectangular shape of a living room and giving it a little notch in it, which is maybe not ideal. I have seen students be way more creative than I have been with the layout of this house. I wish I had some examples, but I almost would rather have you think about it a little bit on your own and be creative. But let's look at my example right here. And now, as I'm looking at it, so we have, this is what I decided to do. This wall is in the same place that it was in the original floor plan. This one right here. Clearly I took it out right here and extended the counter into what is really the living space, the living room space. This ends up being kind of an open area. I'm sure other people would maybe, that cherry table has to go somewhere. It probably could go here. I don't have that in the space right now. But one of the things that I decided to do, this is a normal door here for the bedroom. This is a sliding pocket door, which would slide this way into the wall. This pocket door slides this way into the wall. And this is a normal door, which you can see it's almost running into the bed. But in this space, this is, I believe, a washer-dryer combo or a stackable washer and dryer, okay, on the wood floor, in the closet. It's not ideal, but if for two people living in a small house, it would probably work. You would know that if you had to actually wash out or soak clothes, you're gonna have to do that in your kitchen. You don't have a sink in here to work with. The sink that I added must be here. I'm not even recognizing it right now. But this is what I chose to do And now you guys are gonna have to decide what seems to be the best layout when you look at incorporating the kitchen, laundry room, and bathroom. What you end up designing can be, I guess, tentative plans for your bathroom. You might also want to say, well, I'd like to start getting some of the things that I want to add for the bedroom, and I want to get the living room looking a little bit better before I am positive about where I'm going to put things. So you might start designing the rest of the house just because it seems weird to furnish the kitchen and to add everything into the kitchen, laundry room, and bathroom without getting a full picture of the house. So that's pretty normal to kind of roughly sketch where you would like to have things. What questions do you have? Anybody have questions in here right now? Okay, so now that we've talked a little bit about floor planner, I would like to go, and what you are going to be working on for this week, I want to go back to Moodle and look at some of the things that are actually in as far as assignments for this week, and make sure that you know what is expected as far as points. So this is February 25th through March 3rd. Assignments are due Friday, March 1st at 3 p.m. You are reading chapter 22 and answering those questions. And then after you put your rough sketch of your laundry room, bathroom, and kitchen in, they don't have to be complete. You might have just a few things in there, and you could turn that into the floor plan drop box, and then I will give you points for continuing to design your floor plan of your house. Then you are also completing what's called a design portfolio for kitchens, laundry rooms, and bathrooms. And the purpose of doing a design portfolio is to have you think about, as you look at pictures of kitchens, laundry rooms, and bathrooms, what catches your eye? Now, I think when I created my design portfolio for this, it wasn't with this tiny little house in mind, but ideally you would look at pictures of, okay, how did they make a laundry room work in a tiny little house? Or how can I make a bathroom as efficient as possible in a tiny little house? So what you will be doing, this is my example for you, and you will be also collecting pictures of laundry rooms and bathrooms and kitchens. I think it says a total of 10 pictures of ideas that you like, okay? Either relating to this design specifically or just relating to laundry rooms, bathrooms, and kitchens, sorry. All right, so let's take a look. This is really a slideshow of pictures. That's it. That's all you have to do. Here are some ideas that I wanted to remember. In this one, we're using some of the vertical space for storage. And with all of these, I don't think they're related to the design, but I'm trying to pick out some things that might. A movable island might be a good idea in this space with a small amount of space that you have. Maybe it's a movable island peninsula that you add. This is just a modern kitchen that I thought looked cool, so it has nothing to do with our design. Another nice looking kitchen. Here we have a bigger laundry room. Here we can see a laundry space right in a closet, so yes, it can be done. Probably not ideal, but it looks nice here. A bigger laundry room, so this won't work with the design we have now. This is pretty compact and efficient, using some of the wall space, the vertical space. I actually have 12 pictures, but I think it says that you just need 10 to get the points. So my goal here is to have you look at other bathrooms, laundry rooms, and kitchens. You won't know what's out there until you start looking. And this is just a really fancy, crazy bathroom where you can actually see outside, which I thought was very neat. So, you will be completing a design portfolio with pictures. And I'm going to tell you right now that this link talks more in depth about bathrooms. This link talks more in depth about kitchens. I think if I were you and if you're trying to get caught up and get all of your work done for this week too, I would skip reading those until you have more time. Unless you have plenty of time and want to learn a little bit more about the National Kitchen and Bath guidelines, I would skip this and I would skip this. You will see that there also is a quiz on chapters 20, 21, and 22. One thing that I will do, you guys, is next week is a little bit lighter with work. I will change the deadline to be for the quiz to be at the end of next week because I want to, some of you are, with all of these snow days, you're having trouble getting caught up, and floor planner is taking you more time than the students at KW. So, so anyway, assignments again, the questions at the end of chapter 22, adding a tentative or rough plan for kitchen, laundry room, and bathroom. Pictures of your kitchen, laundry room, and bathroom ideas that you found. I think it's 10 pictures. I can look here to see. Yeah, it does. 10, yep. All right, so you're gonna upload that. Somebody already did that, great. And then your floor plan goes here. And if you get to it, the quiz 2, where you have 2 different times when you can take that quiz, and you have unlimited amounts of time to take the quiz. So that is the plan for this week. We will be at state wrestling on Thursday, so we do not have school at KW, and I don't think they have school in Goodhue. So I will not see you again. So the next time that I will probably see the class in the ITV room would be on Monday, which is March, what date? 4th? Okay. So otherwise, email me with questions. Ask your classmates how they were able to complete different things if you're confused about floor planner. But definitely feel free to email me if you have any questions. All right?